Down to business. I got my wild cherry Diet Pepsi, and I got my blackjack gum here, and I got that feeling. Yeah, that familiar feeling that something rank is going down out there.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you, I make you laugh, I'm here to fucking amuse you. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me what's fun.
Oh, me, sir, goddammit!
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
Oh, you!
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
I'm so wasted! Anybody move, I'll blow your fucking head off. And the medic gets out and says, oh my God.
I'm your huckleberry.
My advice to you is to start drinking heavily.
Put that coffee down.
Pauline, this calls for the old Billy Baroo.
That's a huge bitch.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's over, Johnny. It's over!
That's right. It's over. The intro is over. And it is a Friday night. And this is THT Movie Review. You got Boxman with Anthony. What up, Anthony?
What's going on, Box?
Same shit, different day, bro. Been a long day. Long day. But I'm all good, man. It ain't no problem. No fucking problems, man.
Good to hear.
Just a long day. Not a problematic day, but a long day. I could deal with it. I'll take that over a problem after problem day, so.
Is Nicole Bass, she been keeping you busy?
I was not tied up today. I don't know. Fucking Shaheen, that fucking savage. Shaheen, I know you're going to the bar, and I'm going to tell you something. Oh, fuck you, sir. Fuck you. I hope
that's why you need to join the page so you know what the hell we're talking about. THT fan page, facebook.com/groups, THT podcast.
There you go. There you go. And also, if you want to get us, you can go to facebook.com/THT movie review. Right?
Oh, yes.
Right. There you go. And we're on YouTube, same thing, THT movie review. Twitter, same thing. And on iTunes, search us for THT movie review. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you?
Keep the numbers growing, folks. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, we do. All right, so tonight we decided. Well, we didn't really decide. A few listeners decided a couple weeks ago, actually, because we missed it last week. Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Yes, I mean, for my money, the best movie in the franchise. I don't know about you, Box, but to me, T2 is like the best Terminator of them all.
1 is good, 2 is really good. I dead honest, never seen 3 and have not seen the new Genesis one yet. But this one was a little bit better. I'm not sure if it was just the time of the movie came out, but pretty fucking good movie, man.
Yes, even the effects. I mean, obviously, compared to some of the shit that we see nowadays in movies,
special effects wise, doesn't hold up necessarily. But you figure for the early '90s, the special effects of this movie were fucking off the charts.
Oh yeah, definitely. This movie did fucking amazing in the box office. Put it this way, this movie was made on an estimated budget of $102 million. It grossed over $204 million, almost $205 million in the United States only.
Yes.
That's a big fucking movie, man.
Total fucking gross, folks, $519.8 million. Making it one of the most successful sequels of all time.
Yeah, that is one hell of a fucking movie right there, man. The weekend gross was out of this world, too. You know, I mean, even France was, 5 million admissions, almost 6 million. God damn, this movie was just... people were waiting for another Terminator, obviously.
And just to kind of put this in perspective, Box, I'm looking at the numbers from the original. The original Terminator was made on a budget of $6.4 million, and it made total $78.3 million. I mean, 78.3 million.
Wow.
So the sequel quadruple times 10 what the original made, and the original is still regarded as a classic to some people.
Well, the original was... What year was that?
84. So almost a full decade later, the second one came out.
Let's face it, it was a lot cheaper to make a movie. You didn't have the fucking special effects you had, coming to 1991. I'd say 89, 90 is where the special effects started getting really a little crazier, a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, definitely, obviously, this movie had a much larger budget. $102 million budget.
Yeah.
So definitely,
Arnold don't work cheap.
No. By that time, Jesus Christ, 84 to 91. By that time, he was every fucking movie. That's all you heard. So
I guess we're talking about Terminator 2, and we're going to obviously get into the nuts and bolts of the movie. But in terms of like action heroes, where would you rank Schwarzenegger in the grand scheme of things? Is he a top 5, top 10 guy?
Schwarzenegger's definitely top 5. Definitely top 5. I got to tell you, just the fact he's still doing it, Stallone's my guy, dude. I got Stallone in there. I got Bruce Willis up in there as another action guy who I like. I would put I'd put Arnold third, I think. Third to fourth, somewhere third, fourth.
Yeah.
I mean, really, this is when action movies were good. How many? We got Jason Statham now.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah.
Who else? All the other guys are martial arts guys. You got Jet Li. I love Jet Li. Chow Yun-Fat. A couple good movies with him. But, you really don't have that many fucking action stars. Action movies are, what do you got, Tom Cruise now?
Yeah, I don't know. Vin Diesel. I guess technically, I guess you could probably maybe put The Rock in there.
You put The Rock and even Stone Cold. So, The Rock definitely. Yeah, like Stone Cold's done a few of those too. I'm trying to think of who else you could put up there in that category, but it's really a small bowl of Hollywood that does the action movies.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, man. It just seems like back, at least, especially in the 80s, it just seemed like everybody had their own niche. Like, it was action movies, but, you had Stallone with Rambo, you had Bruce Willis, John McClane, Schwarzenegger was doing his thing between flicks. Hell, Harrison Ford had a nice little stint there as an action hero.
There you go, Harrison Ford. Weebs brings up, Van Damme and Seagal, obviously, definitely two action movie guys. Martial arts action movie guys.
Yeah, and honestly, if it wasn't for like that horrible stretch in the 90s, I would say Seagal would have been in the top 10. But he just went through a bad stretch. he like from the late 80s to the early 90s, he was, putting out some good stuff. But then I would say from 95 onward, he just made some questionable choices.
Yeah, we had Exit Wounds. That was a good fucking movie. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh.
Dude. Exit Wounds was good. He had a movie called Fire Down Below. He's got a movie out right now on Netflix, a Netflix original movie. Not a bad what the fuck is the name of that movie? Give me a sec. It's on my list. I'll be honest. I started watching it the other day, and I was like, I just don't have the fucking...
Hey, Box, remember On Deadly Ground?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Fire Down Below was another good one with him. I liked a lot of. I mean, I liked all those. Beyond the what was it? Not Beyond.
Beyond the Law.
Yeah. This is the Netflix one, Force of Execution.
Yeah.
Not a bad
Honestly,
movie.
I think my favorite Seagal flick was Hard to Kill. That was a damn good one.
That was a good one. I've got a shitload of Seagal flicks on my external drive there. I liked all those cheesy, the one he was in with what was it? What was her name from Catherine Brock?
Kelly LeBrock or something like that.
Kelly LeBrock, thank you. That one where he was protecting her the whole movie was a good one. Dude, I mean, that's Van Damme. That's what it was about back then. Van Damme was doing the same kind of shitty movies.
Yeah.
I love that fucking action era, dude.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no fucking doubt. And I'm sitting here thinking like, especially getting back to Arnold for a minute. Even though, like I said, great action star. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can go back and forth on his actual acting ability, but you can't tell him like he has what we call the it factor. What you hear that in wrestling all the time. This guy has it. You don't know what it is exactly, but he fucking has it. A certain charm, a certain charisma that just like the camera loves him.
It does. I mean, think back to his first, quote unquote movie documentary, Pumping Iron. He was just a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
That's it. But he was great on camera. He admits he was a bit of an asshole on camera because he kind of was. He was really a dick to...
he was?
He was
really?
a dick to Lou Ferrigno, but he admitted he was, and he said a lot of that was for the camera. But yeah, he was a big douchebag to Lou Ferrigno, and I'm a Hulk fan, so I like me some Lou Ferrigno, so... But I mean, yeah, Schwarzenegger.
Shit, that's hilarious.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger has done. I mean, this guy was the fucking governor of California.
No. He was the governor of California.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. The governor.
In terms of over the top cheesy accents, Schwarzenegger or Stallone?
Oh God, both like anybody can do. Cheesy act. Well, Schwarzenegger can't get rid of his. Stallone doesn't have an accent. He's fucking...
he over exaggerates how he talks.
Well, because he has a mumble and he tries to get rid of it. He's been trying to get rid of it since Rocky. Since 1974, he's been trying to get rid of that mumble. I just can't do it, My mouth doesn't open enough, I don't know. My lips curl, my mouth, my tongue, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. See, both make little noises at the end. You got the Stallone, and then Arnold. That's what
I'll be back.
That's what Bruce Willis never did. He never had a noise.
No.
Yeah.
He just had the catchphrases.
He had the one-liners. Well, Arnold had the one-liners. I mean,
hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back. Yeah. Come to think of it, he had a lot of quotables, especially back in the day.
Here we go. From Terminator 2.
Come with me if you want to live.
Huh? He had a lot, man. He was just, like you said, the camera loved him, something about him. I mean, this guy started doing comedy movies, action movies.
Yeah.
Luckily, we never saw him in a
and speaking of which, one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid was Last Action Hero. You ever see that one?
Oh, hell yeah. I love that. That's a good one of his. My favorite Stallone or Schwarzenegger movie.
Was it Twins?
No, it wasn't Twins. And it wasn't... Kindergarten Cop was what it was.
Well, I don't care. That was good. That's underrated. It didn't need a sequel, but the original, gold. Classic.
I didn't even know it had a sequel. Guess what's on Netflix?
Yeah. I don't have any intentions of watching that. Folks, we will not be reviewing anytime soon Kindergarten Cop 2. Sorry to disappoint y'all.
Yep. Oh, here we go. All right, people are bringing up some more action stars here. We just met Dolph Lundgren, who's in Kindergarten Cop 2. Mel Gibson, he said a little bad thing about the Jews there, Teddy Graham. Remember that? His career isn't doing the greatest right now. Danny Glover, yeah, you're right. Tommy Lee Jones, didn't even think of that one.
Trying to think.
Didn't even think of that. Good one. Will Smith, Kevin Bacon. He's been in a couple action flicks. Hollow Man was great. And Mark Wahlberg. What? Where? That's my Mark Wahlberg impression. He's always out of breath for some reason.
No, cause I guess that's like a prerequisite for action movies. You have to do a lot of running and you have to be out of breath.
Yeah. Will Smith is one I didn't think of, but you know what? Come to think of it, he's done a lot of action movies. Independence Day was an action movie. Enemy of the State. Holy fuck, was that a great movie? With,
yes, that's on the to-do list. That's a very underrated flick right there.
Well, shit. Why don't we just fucking
forget about that one?
Yeah, we could just do it next week for all I give a shit. We'll fucking, there we go. Next week, everybody. Right there. Fucking Enemy of the State. How's that?
Yeah. Hopefully the government won't be tapping us for real.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I'm watching that Person of Interest show, and it's kind of about NSA taps and all that shit. So, kind of weird. We're going to do that. But yeah, let's do that shit. That is a really fucking intense movie.
Yes. Ahead of his time in a lot of ways.
Jake Busey's in that. Tweeter's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Voight. He's a bad motherfucker, John Voight, bro.
Yeah, I guess since we kind of sidetracked a little bit, but it's THT, so...
we're talking action movies, either way.
Where would you rank, not even rank, but would you consider Keanu Reeves an action star? Based off of Speed? Because he didn't really do that many.
No, he did Speed. He did Johnny Mnemonic.
And that was brutal.
What was that?
Constantine? He did that one?
That's like a vampire movie. What's that? Jack Reacher, what are these? There's a sequel to that, whatever it is, coming out. You're going to make me pull up Keanu. Oh, Keanu. Yeah. Hey, Bill. Hey, Ted. Hold on. Let me see. How do you spell that fucking name? Keua what? There it is. He actually has done more action movies than I thought of. That's actually a good one. John Wick. Sorry. That's what I meant. I was completely off. Devil's Advocate. Oh, come on. Matrix. I'd give Matrix definitely. Yeah, he's an action star. He became an action star after Bill and Ted and Point Break.
Yeah. Yo, but did you notice, though, one thing about Keanu Reeves, because, like, he's always kind of, I guess, like, maybe it's like the Bill and Ted effect. He's always kind of been like a laid-back action star. Like, he always just seems like kind of lazy. After Speed, he got lazy. He didn't run as much, didn't do as much. Well, I mean, in Matrix, he was a glorified office worker. He was like a temp.
Yeah, well, after what movie was that you said? After what?
I said after Speed, he got lazy because he was like, I don't know, maybe he was younger then. He was running, gotta catch the ball. He was driving. He was just like, he just seemed more active.
Well, after Speed, he did Johnny Mnemonic, good movie. Chain Reaction, that was actually not a bad movie with Morgan Freeman. It was decent. Then he got Devil's Advocate. Then he started getting the Matrix movies.
Yeah, and the Matrix, obviously, classic. But the third one was brutal. My God.
I've seen the first two. I have not seen the third one. I've seen the replacements with him in it. Is there another? Oh, there's 4 Matrix. The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolution.
Yeah.
Haven't seen either one of those.
Yeah.
Trying to see. Yeah, Constantine. I think he just did a lot of stuff that didn't do great.
Yeah.
John Wick. There we go. 47 Ronin. That was a good movie.
Matter of fact, De Niro was in a good movie called Ronin.
Ronin. Yeah, the regular Ronin. I haven't seen the whole movie front to back, but yeah, I mean, there's a whole other John Wick. Oops, sorry. Everyone just heard that. There's another John Wick coming out next year, so.
Oh, shit, there is?
If you look on Facebook, there's all kinds of videos of him training for it.
Nice.
That motherfucker's really legit good with a gun, dude. He's legit a fucking shooter.
Yeah, and
Just
to clarify, folks, we're not talking about wrestling shooting. No. We're talking about he will blow your ass away shooting.
All right, Teddy Graham. There's another good one right there. Matt Damon, definitely action star.
Oh, you mean the 18 Bourne flicks we got, and more to come?
Wait a minute. You don't like those Jason Bourne series?
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with them, but don't you think they're starting to get kind of long in the tooth?
I mean, they skipped him in one of them. You know, they used the guy Gamble from SWAT, whatever his name is, in the last one that came out. But he's back for a new one. I didn't see the one with whatever that guy's name was, but I saw the first one, and the 1 through 3 I've seen. I love those things, man. But again, I like those copish drama type movies, action movies. I like action movies. What can I say?
Yeah, no, we're in agreement on that one. I'm trying to think, obscure action movies. I'm gonna review this one. The Chase. It's more of an action comedy, but that flick with Charlie Sheen and Christy Swanson. I love that freaking movie. The Chase.
The Chase. Yeah, we were talking about that a couple of months ago. I turned on my fucking DVR. It's on there now.
I don't give. It's obscure as hell, but I love that fucking movie.
That's kind of a comedy, though. That's a hard one to place in a genre. It's got comedy. I mean, come on, Flea and fucking Anthony Kiedis as flip a monster truck.
It's like a little bit of everything. I mean, it's more of a comedy, but it has action elements. At some point, they, towards the end box room, they tried to add a little drama to it. When Sheen has the big standoff with the cops.
Yeah, and she was fucking hot in that movie too, man. So.
Yes. Ooh. I ain't gonna lie.
She was hot.
I've never wanted to be anybody in my life, but the car scene with Charlie Sheen and Christy Swanson, I said, that lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, she was hot in the program too. You know what? We're missing another action star. Wesley fucking Snipes.
Goddamn right. Thank you.
I don't give a shit what tax problems that motherfucker got into. He's a legit badass.
Yo, Money Train is one of my favorite flicks. You seen that? I know you saw that box.
Oh yeah, him and Woody Harrelson.
They were a great team. They only did like 3 movies ago. They should have did more.
I think they did 2. That and White Men Can't Jump.
And they did Wildcats. Little known fact, they were in that movie together with Goldie Hawn.
Holy shit, they were.
That was the first time they worked together. I mean, obviously they didn't work together like directly in the scene, really, in the movie, really, but that was the first time they actually worked together.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to ask you one more to see if we can put him as an action star since he's done so many Iron Man movies.
I'm sorry. Shout out to Teddy Graham. He named Paul Walker, Fast and Furious. How can you forget those? I mean,
yeah, he did.
We'll keep it going. I mean, what do you think? But what's the over under that will be at Fast and Furious 20 in another 10 years?
Oh God. I don't even want to think about it. This new one's coming out soon, but I was going to ask you, Robert Downey Jr. has he become kind of an action star?
Yeah.
How
many Iron Mans has it been? Like 4 of them? 3, 4?
Well, he's been in a bunch of the Marvel movies, so.
Yeah, I'll give him that. It's kind of like he's transitioned. You don't see him do too many straight movies anymore, dramas. What he's like known for.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, there we go. Man, I forgot all about Paul Walker. Man. All right, that's depressing. Anyway, let's get back to this fucking movie so we can not be here for 3 hours. Obviously, the first, pretty much 3 or 4 really known actors at that time. Arnold, obviously, Linda Hamilton, who. God damn, she was sexy in this movie.
Oh yeah, bad bitch in this flick.
Oh yeah, that's
kicking ass and looking good doing it. Even when she was sweaty and dirty as hell, you was just looking at her like, what I wouldn't do. God damn.
Oh, dude, that first little scene when they show her and she's doing fucking pull-ups. Edward Furlong when he was still a good-looking young lad.
Yes.
Before
it's kind of weird because I mean, obviously his career's kind of taken a nosedive since. But I remember coming out of this movie here, he was actually kind of like pegged to do a lot of big things. I mean, obviously a few years before this, he did American History X. He did this. I mean, he was pegged for a lot of big things. I mean, a lot of people today hear that name Edward Furlong, you might think, who the hell is that? But he was pegged for some big things. It's a shame it really didn't work out for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. He was. It'll probably tell us that, but yeah, he was. Robert Patrick was sort of introduced in this movie as the T-1000 robot. Hadn't done a lot of big stuff yet. Joe Morton, he's in a ton of movies. You just got to watch for him. He's usually a cop.
Yeah,
and,
Joe Morton is good dude.
He really is. He turns up as a cop or some guy working in a lab.
Yeah, he's what you might consider what you would call a character actor. One of those guys that you may not know his name when you see him, but you know the face. He pops up in a lot of different shit randomly.
Well, you can always. Most people will just go, "Oh, guy from Terminator 2." Yeah, I remember him. And S. God, I never say her name right. Is it Epitha Merkerson? I don't know. She was in more stuff, but fuck up
Cutting Edge.
Fuck up her name.
Cutting edge facts from us on this show, folks.
That's
Cutting
it.
Edge.
We tear up her name and then we can't hear it. Now she was on Law and Order for about 7 years. So if you ever watched the original Law and Order, she was the original boss from 1993 to 2010. So if you've ever watched one episode, you've probably seen her. And she's been doing Chicago PD. She's got a little reoccurring role, so that might give people an idea who she is. And yeah, Edward Furlong, man, did he do Terminator 2 after American History X?
Let me see.
I'm looking too. American History X was 1998.
Oh yeah.
All right. I
don't know why I got it mixed up with Citizen Kane.
No, that's fine. In these 3 years, he really did some good movies. 1998, he did American History X. 1999, he did Detroit Rock City. I don't care what anyone says. Good movie. Good movie. And then he did Animal Factory with Willem Dafoe.
I never saw that flick, but I'm a William Dafoe guy. He's
That's
a good guy.
Another one you need to check out, dude. It's he goes to prison in this movie, and Willem Dafoe kind of keeps him alive in prison. You just check it out. Great movie, Animal Factory. And then he sort of
drug problems.
Off. He was in CSI New York for 4 years.
Furlong?
Am I on the right? Yeah, Edward Furlong. 4 years. 2006 to 2010. I do not remember this, but let me see. 1, 2, 3. It looks like he only did 5 episodes, though. Okay, that's why. He only did 5 episodes over the years. That's why. I don't remember him. And that, I mean, he hasn't done anything that I've seen to note, but he's got nothing coming out right now. Yeah, movie called Karma in pre-production. But no year on it, so I don't know. I mean, bring a lot of pictures. Everyone knows he's had a few drug problems in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's him and Macaulay Culkin are kind of in the same boat there, but I believe Macaulay Culkin's cleaned up.
Yeah, because he was, I swear, because he was looking rough. I don't know if you ever seen some pictures of him like over the last couple of years where he looked kind of rough. I said, man, that would have been a sad day if the Home Alone kid had dropped dead in his like mid-30s.
Yeah. I think he's cleaned up and has like a band or something. What the fuck? All right, let's dig into this fucking movie a little bit here. Movie starts off. Arnold walks in, kind of like the last one. Needs to get some clothes.
Oh, classic scene. Goes into the bar. Is this like one of your? To me, this is like one of my favorite scenes, and not just Terminator, but of all time, just because of the absurdity of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's great, man. It just walks into the bar and takes this fucking guy's clothes. Just
You have the clip queued up?
No, I don't. I'm looking for it.
That would be a great clip to segue so people can get an idea. Because I'm sure some people, younger listeners that might be listening right now, that never saw the greatness that is T2 before.
Here,
but if they haven't, they need to see it.
Let's see here. Terminator.
And holy shit, I'm looking at Fox.
Yep.
It was released in the States July 3rd, 1991, which means it officially turned 25 years old last month.
Wow.
God damn. Time is flying, ain't it?
Thank you for making me feel old. Appreciate that, man. Bar scene. Here we go. Bar scene. Thank you, YouTube. Let me try to find a short one here. No, that's a comparison. Give me a minute here. It's Bad to the Bone is playing. All I can find is the full scene.
Well, we can just chop it up and just play a little bit and then cut it off.
Here, I got one here that's a minute and 22. I'll get it started and we'll go from there real quick. That's the bad part of it. That's the part before right when he walks out and fucking George Thorogood starts playing.
Yes.
Here, hold on. I think this might be good right here. 4-minute scene in HD. All right, let me chop this up a little bit. I'll play it in just a second. This comes down to right now. He's just coming down the ramp right now. Yeah, he's just in. Let me get where he goes in the bar. Here we go. In the bar. In the bar. He's looking up and down. He finds his size.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
I bet no one fucking heard that.
No,
God damn fucking, this is what happens when you get goddamn HD. Give me 2 seconds. I guarantee I can get y'all to hear that. Line in, up, rewind. Technology, man.
We're still here, folks.
Here we go.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
You motherfucking piece of shit, YouTube quietness motherfucker.
Yo, this is like a first, folks. In the history of THT, the audio problems are not our fault. It's fucking YouTube.
It is fucking YouTube this time. Goddamn YouTube. All right, here we go. I'll get to it in just a second here. Okay, he's walking in. I'll just play it from here. Can you hear that one?
Oh, yeah. I'm clear.
Good song, meanwhile.
Yeah.
Guitars, Cadillacs. Here we go. That'll be better. Now you can hear it.
Oh, yeah, loud and clear.
Here you go.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
This is when they know they're in trouble. When you take a cigar...
You forgot to say please.
And you put it out on someone and they don't flinch, it's time to go home. That's when he knows he fucked up. Alright, we don't need to play the whole clip. Let me turn this shit back down.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, would you say Mr. Schwarzenegger, especially back in his physical prime, was a believable badass?
Yeah, because he looked like he could kill you just by fucking... He looked like he would eat you. I mean, Jesus Christ, what a... I mean, I'd say he was I've never heard anything about him, but I definitely wouldn't want to mess with a guy that size.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm small. I'm little compared to these big guys. But yeah, man, this that was one of the greater scenes of the movie right there. He takes everything, and then the fucking Thurgood movie kicks in. Then we get to see a little bit of John Connor.
Yes,
on Edward Furlong on a dirt bike. I'm down with dirt bikes, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, and he takes off. Obviously, he's got a few problems with the old foster parents.
Yes. He basically was would you consider him like, I mean, he obviously was a grunge kid in the movie. Would you consider him like an early version of what we might call an emo kid today? Just pissed off and doesn't want to be bothered with anybody, keeps to himself, listens to weird music, that type of thing?
Yeah, I guess, except he had a few reasons to be pissed off. I mean,
he did.
But yeah, I could go with that. Yeah, probably a little what we see now. Probably a little bit. And I believe the next scene is where we get the her doing pull-ups scene. Yeah. So
get the jet gel rag ready, folks. Please pause if you call in.
Grab the sock for this scene, boys. All right. It is a good scene though, and she goes in, talks to the doctor, and they're obviously not believing anything she says. But of course, that's the way it goes when you're there. Probably doesn't sound very good when you're telling them that the world is about to be, taken over. Basically, the apocalypse is coming.
Yeah.
Especially when you say by robots.
Oh, Weebs, you son of a bitch. It was cold for Linda. Fucking A, it was.
Yeah, I'm actually... Maybe I might have rewound to that scene. That scene's, by the way, about 15 minutes into the movie, guys. Let's see.
So we're going to timestamp the... in case anybody wants to go back and look at the movie.
If you want a timestamp, we can do that. Let's see here.
One of the beauties of technology. You can just timestamp whatever you want.
Yeah, about 14... Where was it here? Yeah, about 14 minutes you can start. You'll be happy there. Be much happier there. That's a great scene. Then, she's... where else should we go from here? Where was I? Okay, she's in the doctor's office. And then, of course, the other Terminator comes down. And we see him, the T-1000... He's a bad motherfucker. Obviously, he's made of an alloy-type metal and can turn into people and all kinds of shit. So, he's looking for John, and of course, this time, Arnold is there to save him.
Yes.
Yes, he is there to save the child this time. He is not there. So, of course, what does he say? He says...
Come with me if you want to live.
There you go, Arnold. Come with me if you want to leave.
Yeah, so basically, Arnold is the father that wants to desperately be in his child's life, and
what?
And Robert Patrick is the bitter, drunken, abusive stepfather.
This just turned into Stepdad's movie suddenly? What the fuck?
For comparison's sake.
Jesus. All right, so obviously this time Arnold is there to protect him. And right around here is where we get the awesome truck.
Yes.
When Schwarzenegger's running on the motorcycle scene.
Yes. Once again, all jokes, this is something you have to physically see with your own eyes. Nothing me or Box could say could do this scene justice. It's one of the greatest chase scenes in the history of modern cinema, in my opinion.
Oh, even with the obvious cuts to a stuntman.
Yeah, it was.
Even
I mean, they didn't do a good job of convincing you that was Arnold the whole time.
You know what? I didn't care. It was still awesome. The guy's fucking jumping a Harley. Whoever it was on that bike, god damn, can you ride a fucking bike, dude? Because that is a heavy bike to be doing that shit.
Yeah, whoever. I hope he got compensated well for that, because that was a fucking man right there, boy.
Yeah, I would not want to take a fucking Harley off of off that jump he did, man. Fuck that. Harleys are heavy. I mean, there's bikes out there that weigh like 800-900 pounds.
Wow.
I mean, between chassis and everything. I mean, let's see here. You got to realize, Harley Davidson. What if I just typed in weight? I wonder what that would do. Ooh, someone else has been looking this up, obviously. There's going to be a range, but bikes, dude, okay. Between 730 and 905 pounds.
Jesus.
If that gives you the Heritage Softail. So even if he was just riding the Softail, I forget what he was riding. But, 730 pounds jumping that. That's a motherfucker right there, dude.
Weeb's in the chat. Thank you. Apparently, in 1992, at the MTV Movie Awards, the LA freeway scene from Terminator 2 T2 won for Best Action Sequence.
Oh, there you go.
I would agree with that one.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm actually watching that scene right now. He's Edward Furlong's on his little dirt bike trying to run, but that's like a 125. That ain't getting away from nobody. But, then he jumps that. That does look like a Softail he's riding, actually. Which would be the lighter of the bikes, about 700 pounds. So, yeah, right there. Obvious cut to a stunt man. I don't care. It's still a great
it was the early 90s. Technology wasn't what it was. Nowadays, you can make fucking anything look legit.
Yeah, exactly. Then, they get out of that, and they get into a fight with these steroided up freaks. Another great scene in the movie where Arnold fucking tries to kick some ass and tries to kill a couple guys, but Edward Furlong tells him, no more killing. Can't just kill people. I don't know why. I mean, it's what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
You know what that represents? That represents his character, Edward Furlong, I'm referring to, turning a corner. He starts to care about more people than himself.
Well, it's this is all for the good of humanity. I mean, but I believe after that scene, I believe they go try to get his mom out. Yes, they do. That's the scene where the creepy orderly licks her face. Remember that? You don't remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very creepy. Very eerie and creepy.
Yeah. As a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old might say, ew.
Yeah, exactly. Then, obviously they break in, but obviously the T-1000 is right behind them. This is the other part where they, this is the part in the movie where they use a set of twins. If you don't remember these little fat red-headed twins, they were in Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, shit, yes.
Yes.
Another movie we got to review down the line.
Anytime. Yeah, they are in Good Morning Vietnam. They're the ones checking out his news to read, Robin Williams. So there's those two guys. Yes, he turns into one of those guys. This is another great action scene in this movie. The whole scene. He shoots the guy in the head. His head splits wide open. And, this was really where they started showing some of the stuff they were just able to start doing in action movies, and obviously horror movies too have a lot of special effects. So, but this was good. They had that little liquid sword duel in the elevator, which was awesome. On the way down, and then what happens after that? Where am I? Keep getting lost. I just watched this movie yesterday.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a little while, but it's certain movies that you see that you just don't forget. You can go 10 years without seeing it, but you still remember like it was yesterday when you saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, and the scene where she first looks at Arnold and she's trembling in fear is great, and he's like, "No, he's here to help." And that's where the line, "Come with me if you want to live," is right there in the movie. So they do break her out. Like I said, there's that scene. And you know what? That scene where they steal the police car and he's hanging on the back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome scene.
Box, that line about, obviously it's a famous line, "Come with me if you want to live."
Mm-hmm.
Do you think ever in the history of this world that we live in, a man will ever have a chance to say that to a woman and have it work?
Dude, if the apocalypse comes, I'm going to use that every time.
Oh yes, that's like a guaranteed line to get laid. Well, come with me if you want to live. Oh God, that was fucking great.
The man is fucking amazing. He really is a fucking amazing, though. But yeah, I'm actually, I got the movie going in the background a little bit here. That's why I'm kind of clicking through. They find a safe place for a while, and they start talking. The kid tries to, Furlong in the movie tries to get Arnold to loosen up a little bit.
Stop, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby.
So he makes him start saying stuff. Let's see, what do we got here?
Chill out. Dickwad.
That's great, Peter, getting it.
This was a great part. And, I hate to say, but he was not the first person for this part. And I forget who the first person was that was supposed to play this part. Give me a second here. I believe it was in... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It was in... Hold on. Anthony, talk about the movie while I find this.
I'm here, folks. Had a little technical glitch. Sorry about that, guys. Now, while Box tries to find the scene here, basically, Terminator 2 is just one of those movies where it's just nonstop action. It's a lot going on. It's one of those movies that you don't forget. I haven't seen it in a good 2 or 3 years at this point, but it's one of those movies I could talk about for hours and days upon end.
Okay. Rumored... You're not going to believe this. One of the rumored people was O.J. Simpson.
Box, cover me for a minute.
Lance Hendrickson was another one who was maybe about to play that part. And also Mel Gibson was considered for it, but it turned out Arnold was the person, thank God, the person picked to play that part. Because that could have gone, my God, Mel Gibson, I don't know if he could have pulled this off. I really don't know if Mel Gibson could have pulled this off.
Because let me see, this came out in '91. You don't think, because this is when Mel Gibson was still pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think he could have? Obviously, it would have been a different movie. Let's be honest, it would have been a different movie, regardless of whether it was Mel Gibson. God help us if it was O.J. Simpson.
He turned it down, Mel Gibson. He actually turned it down, and yes, O.J. Simpson was not only considered in the running, and a mock-up movie poster was done with him too. So somewhere out there in Hollywood is a mock-up movie poster of him.
And who to think, folks? 3 years later, he'd be the Terminator for real.
Oof. You fucking savage, dude.
Wow. It's almost like the Illuminati or Hollywood. They were trying to tell us something about this guy.
Yep. And Lance Hendrickson was another one scouted to maybe play this part, but he had just another one who didn't do it. So
yeah, and it just goes to show you, man. Like, you know, Hollywood they wanted to make a buck that badly that they were willing to destroy the franchise just for the sake of getting something else out.
Okay,
I mean, no disrespect to it. It's just like certain people are made for certain roles.
Yeah, and you know what? Lance Henriksen was not considered for it. That was wrong by me. It was not. It was the two I said. Mel Gibson and O.J. Simpson were the two that were considered. My God, O.J. Simpson playing the O.J. Simpson delivering those lines. Yo, come with me if you want to live, or don't.
No. Baby, come with me if you want to live. Yo, it would have been Oh God! Put it like this: if O.J. Simpson was the Terminator, this movie would not have made over $500 million.
Oh God!
Just saying. That's just a hunch on my part.
Mel Gibson. I wonder if they would have let him use his original Australian accent.
That's so bizarre to me. Because I'm, you know, like I said, when I think of Mel Gibson, you think of, like, at least for me, I think of Lethal Weapon, I think of Braveheart. The thing that he actually had, I can't picture him talking in that Australian accent. I mean, I know he is. He's not really originally from this country, but it's bizarre to me for some reason to know that he was actually from out of this country. Yeah. To hear him talk.
Yeah. I mean, all those Mad Maxes, most of them were done over there, so. Those are good movies, too. I wouldn't mind doing the second one.
Yeah, Thunderdome?
Thunderdome, yeah, with Tina Turner.
Oh, Tina Turner, you know, don't get me going, Tina. Ooh, those legs. Still, I don't care how old she is now.
those boobs in that movie were fucking, my God. I say as a kid, I wanted to lick them.
What's love got to do with it? Indeed.
I did. I wanted to lick them.
Because at that point, we're not thinking about love.
Yeah, she was great in that movie, man. Now I want to watch that shit. All right, let's get back to this movie. Where the fuck are we? Takes cop car. Yeah, we were there. They're hiding out. He's trying to teach them how to talk right. This is where they start talking about, goddamn, what was the name of that shit? The fucking company. Cyberdyne. Cyberdyne. That was the name of the company.
Right.
Yeah, they basically find out what's going on, so she ditches them, she meaning Sarah, ditches them and goes to find, here we go, Joe Morgan, coming to get found. They coming for you, buddy. So she ditches Edward Furlong and Arnold, goes to find this guy herself, and she's a crazy bitch, dude. Let's be honest. She's kind of a crazy bitch. Goes out. She does find the guy. Starts shooting his house up. Luckily, they go find her and save her from killing him. But this is also another cool scene where Schwarzenegger cuts into his arm and shows the robotic arm.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool watching that, man, because he did that. You know, it was just. Obviously, it was a fake arm, but it was well done. You know, another good scene in this movie, but man, I never realized how sexy she was sitting there in that little flak jacket and hat. Anyway.
Yes. Yeah. Obviously, folks, this show's about to take a hard left.
No. I'm good.
I was talking about me, nigga.
Oh. Do you take a break, dude?
Oh, yes.
I
feel like we need a little levity.
Do I need to cover for you for a little while, dude?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right, if you're sure.
All right, we're back.
Oh. Okay. Fuck, you're weird, dude. All right. Finally, after taking out what you're still fine. You're making me laugh. finally, after the guy they went after, Miles Dyson, gets they let him live, and he actually takes him to the lab where this is all being made. What is the name of the thing they're going after? Why do I keep forgetting shit tonight, man? I told you it's been a long day.
Talk about the T-1000.
Yeah, but there's a name. I know the building name is Cyberdyne, but isn't it like?
I
don't remember anymore. This is what happens when I take 2 or 3 bong hits when doing the show.
We're all over the place tonight. I love it.
Well, regular THT fashion. As usual. As usual. But, yeah, the company's name is Cyberdyne, and they're going in there, going after that. And Skynet. Skynet goes live. That's what it is. It's Skynet.
Thanks, Weebs.
Yes, thank you, Weebs. Skynet. Skynet has gone live. So, there you go. They're taking him in there, and he is going to get the arm that Arnold has. Obviously, he's from the future in this movie. He built, and they finally tell him that this is actually going to cause the end of the world. Robots are taking over. So, of course, he agrees to go help them, breaks them into this lab, and they're trying to steal that robotic arm.
Yes.
Yep. And another great fucking scene with, the T-1000 where he's tearing the shit out of that fucking place, man. This was a definite shoot-'em-up movie. A lot of bullets fired in this movie.
Sounds like Philly or Chicago.
Yeah, it sounds like Chicago. This place probably was in Chicago. But, there's police everywhere. Schwarzenegger's firing off fucking grenade launchers and shit. And just another great action movie scene. But they do get blown up by T-1000 in a helicopter. And Joe Morton gets him out of there, tells him to leave, and he blows up everybody looking for him.
Joe Morton, honestly, he's kind of like right up there with Morgan Freeman in terms of having like a certain command and presence whenever he's on screen.
Yeah,
doesn't get enough credit, sincerely, that he deserves. Like unlike, Morgan Freeman obviously gets his prop, but Joe Morton is one of those underrated guys, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of movies he's in, man. I'm telling you, if you just look for Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
2000. Sorry, Blues Brothers 2000. He's in that.
Yes.
And don't let that, shy you away from any more of his movies. I know that wasn't a great movie.
And I don't know, Box, if you're familiar. I don't know if you ever watched an episode of A Different World, but he also had a little memorable stint on there. It was in the 5th season. He had like a 4 or 5 story arc in the 5th season. Very memorable.
I do remember that show, but I don't remember if I watched it all the way through or not. So
yeah, he played a senator.
Okay, all right. I mean, we could probably think of. God damn, he's probably in tons of fucking movies that we can't even fucking remember here. I know he's in a ton of movies that I can't think of. God damn it, you're echoing.
Oh, is it better now?
I don't know. No. You talk for a minute. Let it go away.
Talk for a minute. Let it go away. Echo, go away.
No, it goes on. It's me when I talk on your computer. We were just talking about it. He's in Speed.
Oh, shit.
He's the fucking, lieutenant, captain, whatever.
Yeah, like you said, every movie he's in, he's a fucking cop.
I told you, he plays a cop in a ton of movies.
Because then I'm thinking about it, and every time I seen him, damn man, he was a cop, or he worked for the law enforcement in some type of way.
Damn. This guy has hundreds of credits. Holy shit, this guy's been an actor. 125 credits.
Speed 2? Ali?
Mm-hmm. American Gangster.
Now.
He was an American Gangster. This guy has done a shitload of movies that, like I said, movies that we don't even know. And he's been on TV a ton of times, too. Listen, this guy goes back to Sanford and Son, 1975, being on television. So, tons of movies we've never even thought. Oh, I've talked about this movie before. Crossroads with Ralph Macchio. He's in that. He's basically the devil's assistant in that movie. Yeah, that's one you need to check out, man. It's kind of an obscure movie, but he was in Homicide: Life on the Street. I remember that show.
Yeah, he was in Stealth Weaves. Thank you. I was trying to forget that one.
Yeah, Ali.
Wait a minute. He was in both Speeds?
X-Files. I remember him in X-Files. He was a...
What Lies Beneath. I'm remembering that.
Special Victims Unit, Law and Order, Paycheck, Agent Dodge. God damn, this guy's a cop.
Oh, shit.
I'm telling you, man. He's almost always a cop or something like that, or a government agent or something to that effect. But yeah, and he was in Eureka. My fiance loved that show, so he was in Eureka, that TV. The guy from Eureka is now the Maytag Man.
Oh, I never watched, but I know what you're talking about.
It wasn't a bad show. They lived in a town where weird supernatural things happen. Not supernatural. Yeah, I guess supernatural things.
Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, this still stays on the Schwarzenegger tip that we are on tonight. I know you've seen this one, Box. Have you ever seen True Lies?
Oh, yeah.
I love that. It's long as fuck, but I love that movie.
That is a good... Dude, Jamie Lee Curtis doing that little dance in that dark room.
In a dream, yeah.
This show may take a hard left.
That's what like I said. Would you... Now, I put it to you like this. That scene, would you buy or sell? I'm stealing another show's gimmick for a minute. Would you take that scene in True Lies or the famous scene from Trading Places?
Trading Places.
Trading Places?
Mm-hmm. That's a great little... that's a good scene to pause.
I did. The first time I saw that, that caught me, a young me off guard. I did hit the rewind button a few times.
VHS tape worn the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or was that?
These kids will never know how good they have it with these fucking streaming abilities and DVDs and Blu-rays.
Fuck it. Oh, and We've said he was in The Pest with John Leguizamo.
Oh, I'm going to say this right now. John Leguizamo is fucking underrated. I love that guy.
Hilarious. Bro, Carlito's Way.
Bro, another movie. I know you didn't see it yet, but you have to see it at some point so we can talk about it on the show. Summer of Sam. He was great in that fucking movie.
Yeah, I do need to see that. Yeah, he was in Carlito's Way, and he did a movie with... Leguizamo was in a movie with Schwarzenegger, too.
He was? You sure?
Yes. Collateral Damage.
Oh, shit, he was.
Let me double check. Why do I think that might not have been him?
I think you're right. Let me look that up.
I'm looking it up right now. If I could spell collateral correctly. I don't think I spelled collateral correctly. That's the one word I'm not good at spelling. Nope, didn't spell correctly, but here it is. That must have been, what, 2002?
2002, 2003.
There it is, 2002. I got it. Along with another one of my favorite actors, John Turturro.
John
Turturro is another one of my favorite actors. But yeah, John Leguizamo was in that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that was another one of Arnold's good ones.
Turturro, yeah, another guy that learned in the learning tree of Spike Lee. He's in a lot of the early movies.
He's in a lot. Dude, he's got this guy was in Mr. Deeds.
I like that movie too.
And then he was in Secret Window as the creepiest character in the fucking world with Johnny Depp. And he was in Rounders. If you remember Rounders with Matt Damon and Edward Norton.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He is John Turturro is one of my underrated favorite actors.
Yeah,
he was in the Transformers movies. He's probably got 100 credits. Yeah, he's got about 100. He's in that new movie Ridiculous 6, that Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, that's another movie I gotta actually take the time.
He's
to
a Totoro friend. Yeah, he was in Transformers: Dark of the Moon, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Yeah, you don't mess with Zohan.
See what I mean? He's in a ton of different kind of movies, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, believe it or not, everybody talks about like the mainstream stars and all, but it's always those scene stealers, the character actors that you don't really pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of really make a movie. They're kind of like the, I don't want to use the term like jobbers, but they're like the enhancement talent. They kind of like really kind of make the stars look good in a lot of these flicks.
Yep. He was in... John Leguizamo was in Die Hard 2? That was him?
Yeah. That's not my favorite Die Hard by any stretch, but yeah, he was in it.
Well, like I've always said, Sipowicz is in that one, so I got a little bit of a soft spot for that movie. I like Dennis Franz, and it's probably just because I am such a fan of NYPD Blue, but he's a badass in that movie. I did not know that was
underrated actor.
What?
But what's the guy's name? Damn it, it's on the slip of my tongue.
Yeah, Benjamin brings up. Let's see. I think this is for. Nope, Rounders is in his top 5. Nice. That is a good movie, Benjamin. Really fucking good movie. And I'm a poker player, so I love that movie.
Oh, I just came to me now. Joe Pantoliano, very underrated actor.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. We've talked about him. He was in Eddie and the Cruisers. He doesn't usually play a good guy. God damn.
God damn, he's funny. I loved him on the character he played on Sopranos, Ralphie.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, he inspired the way I will always say until the day that I die, hooah.
Hooah.
You're a dirty hooah. I love it.
Where do you think I got that from?
Oh, that's where you got it from.
He's another fucking guy, though, that has not a great one.
I'm sorry, he did play a good guy. At least in the first 2 Bad Boys.
Oh, a couple. Every now and then he did. He was in a movie, School Ties. He was in The Fugitive, The Goonies.
Damn, that's a way back.
Yeah, dude, he's got 140 credits to himself right there.
Oh, Weeze, thanks. Franz showing his ass.
Yep. I remember that. Yeah, he was in Risky Business. He was the pimp.
I like that movie, too.
Yeah, he was in the first Eddie and the Cruisers. I of course, that's another movie I love.
And God, since we didn't already went there anyway, was Rebecca De Mornay hot or what?
In that one and The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
That and another one she was hot as. Did you ever see that movie with Richard Gere at Intersection?
Mm-hmm.
I love that fucking movie.
Yep.
Yeah, Richard Gere, like, yeah. I swear, some of them scenes in that movie, I'm convinced he had some shit written into his contract for that movie.
I'm telling you, man. Oh, Pantoliano was in La Bamba. God damn, I forgot about that with Lou Diamond Phillips.
Oh, he was?
That's a good movie. I liked that movie. And he was in NYPD Blue, too. For 3 shows, he played a snitch named Vinny. He was the Lieutenant Fancy's best snitch. So, yeah, I remember him from NYPD Blue. I just watched it like 3-4 months ago.
That's like your favorite flick. I mean, I'm sorry, what are your favorite shows?
Yeah, we did talk about him on the first THT movie review because he's, of course, in Ready to Rumble as Titus Sinclair.
Yes, like I said, good actor.
The dirty promoter. Bad Boys 2, he's in a lot of shit, dude. But he's another one of those guys that you're like, oh, I know who he is, but I don't, you know?
Yeah. Now, let me ask you real quick. Did you ever see that movie, Losing It? Tom Cruise. I think that might have been his first flick. Him and Shelley Long.
Well, Tom Cruise's first movie was The Outsiders with
you're right.
Swayze and Emilio Estevez. And
yeah, this might have been his second movie, his second or third movie. But it was one of his earlier movies.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, obviously, the gist of it came out right around that. It was right in the middle of like that Porky's phase, where everybody was like trying to get laid. So basically, him and his buddies take a trip to Mexico. They cross the border. They get Spanish Fly. Oh. I hope Bill Cosby isn't listening to this episode, but essentially they go to Mexico to get one of their buddies. One of their buddies talk them into going to Mexico, Tijuana, to get Spanish Fly for girls, and they pick up Shelley Long along the way. She divorced her husband, and she's just trying to get away from it all, and insanity ensues. But it's a good flick to check out.
I hate to say, it sounds familiar, and Shelley Long isn't in like 100 and some movies.
Oh yeah, literally. I'm looking at her. I actually pulled it up. Let me see. I'm looking. Her filmography isn't long.
No,
the last movie she was in was in 2014.
Yeah, I mean, Cheers.
Yeah, she's more of a TV person. Like the only 3 movies off the top that I know her from that I've seen is let me see, Losing It. She was in the Brady Bunch flicks.
Yeah, all the other ones are on Lifetime and Hallmark.
And she was in that what's that flick? True Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And which, don't judge me, but I did like that flick.
She was in a comedy. One comedy that I actually liked with her in it. Now I gotta fucking remember. God damn it. It's been a long time. Get it, Shelley Long. All right, forget it.
I get it. No, the truth. When somebody tells a joke, you got to let it linger, and then you give them. Then you put it over.
Yeah, that was a joke grenade. Just pull the pin and wait. Oh, she was in Money Pit, and of course, she was an amazing Carol Brady.
Yes. And let me see. I'm going through her IDMB. Oh, she was in another movie I liked, A Different Kind of Christmas. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
it was like a made-for-TV flick that comes on around the holidays every year. It's pretty good.
Yeah, Money Pit. You asked my mom her favorite movie in the world. Money Pit. That's hers right there with Tom Hanks and Shelley Long. But yeah, I completely forgot that was her and Brady Bunch. But yeah, she was a great Carol Brady.
Yeah, and she almost looks scarily like Florence Henderson once they put the wig on her.
And at the end of the second one, where they go see Florence Henderson, it's creepy with those two in a room together. You're like, God damn, they do look alike.
It's almost like you could see the directors or the producers of the flick. They just said, who would make a good Carol Brady?
Yeah.
And they just picked her, not because they thought, she would bring something deep to the role. They just looked at them physically and said, yeah.
Yeah.
It's creepy how much they look alike.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know what? Let's, real quick, let's get this movie done, then we can do some bullshit in here.
Yeah.
We were pretty much at the end because once they get out of Cyberdyne, it's basically a chase with the trucks, and they all chase each other to turn out to be some sort of steel mill factory that they all go into. But again, that T-1000 shows its resilience with every time they break this thing up, he melts down and puts himself back together.
Basically, he was like the opposite of John. He was the heel version of John Cena in this flick.
Yeah, he
never gave up for a long ass time.
Absolutely, he never gave up. And he kicked out at 2 every fucking time.
No, he kicked it. No, gotta get it. Gotta say it right, Box. He kicked out at 2.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. 2 3/4. Yeah, make it look good. But basically, I'm not going through the whole fucking scene. I'm sorry. Everyone's seen this fucking movie. They do go in. They do end up beating him finally. And I think there was a lot of people who figured this was going to be the last one because at the end, Schwarzenegger as Terminator does lower himself down, and it says terminated at the end of the movie. So you do think that there may not be another one. But I will say Robert Patrick was a badass motherfucker in this movie. Did he ever say a word?
No.
I don't think he had to.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. Like, if you think about it, that's the kind of job you want. He just showed up. You just got to look like a bad motherfucker.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. Basically, it ends. Arnold splits him in half with a shotgun, actually a grenade, and then pushes him down into some, molten, milled factory steel fire. That's just melted steel. And he does beat the T-1000 there. And then, like I said, Schwarzenegger lowers himself down. He has to go. He can't stay. And says terminated. Then
now,
you get the
let
credits.
me ask you this, Box, because we've dropped a little bit of knowledge here in the chat. It says, an alternate ending shows an elderly Sarah Connor watching an adult John, who was a U.S. Senator, playing with his daughter in a Washington playground in the year 2029, narrating the Judgment Day never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think about that version? Do you think that would have, because basically that would have nullified, because this is, I want to explain this to people. This movie is well over 2.5 hours. If it had ended on this note, I would have, as a viewer, as a fan, I would have been pissed. You basically would have told people that the past 2.5 plus hours that they spent watching this flick meant nothing. Fuck that.
Yeah, pretty much. That would not have been. I think that would have sealed. That would have sealed it. There never would have been able to be another one, I don't think, after that.
No. People would have been. I guarantee you, people would have been. They would have put the movie over until it got to the end. They said it would have been a shitty ending. Shitty end. I guarantee you. It would kind of be like how The Sopranos ended, where Sopranos was a fucking great show up until that fucking ending. Though.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's another interesting fact. Until Mad Max Fury Road in 2015, this was the only sequel to win an Academy Award.
Wow.
When the previous installment never got a mention or a nomination. In other words, Terminator 1 was never nominated, so Terminator 2. That's, till 2015.
Fucking
Damn.
amazing.
Wow. Let's see. In the audio commentary of the movie, James Cameron says that not only was the biker bar scene filmed across the street from where the LAPD police officers beat up Rodney King, but they were filming that night of the beating.
Wow. And they didn't. Oh, that would have been a hell of an extra on one of these Terminator DVDs.
Yeah.
That would have been a hell of the Rodney King edition.
Production for the movie took sufficiently long enough that Edward Furlong visibly aged during the shoot. He is clearly much younger in the desert, for instance, than in other scenes. His voice began to break and had to be pitched to one level in post-production.
Jesus, that's fucking hilarious to think about.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. And it also says that a female passerby actually wandered into the biker bar set thinking it was real while they were shooting. Basically walking into Arnold standing there just in boxer shorts. And what does Arnold say? It was Maelstrom night.
Yes. Once again, you know what I mean? Guy's good. He's golden. He can walk and chew gum, as Roddy Piper would say. He could walk and chew gum. He could think on his feet. Because who honestly, in that situation, who else would be that quick on their feet to say something like that?
Oh, dude. Only Bruce Willis could have done it.
Bruce Willis could,
dude, from the stories I've heard about Bruce Willis, from interviews and stuff, that motherfucker can get more pussy than anybody in the world. He can charm anybody anywhere, from what I hear.
So he was a cocksman. He was a pussy magnet.
I guess during all that Planet Hollywood time, they said no one ever left without a woman on their arm. Bruce Willis never, ever, ever left.
He never went home unhappy.
Never went home without a woman on his arm. So,
well, as the saying goes, Box, when his last call, Everybody got to go home with somebody.
There, yeah.
You don't always like what you go home with, but you got to go home with somebody.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any more cool things, these trivia things.
Yeah, I'm looking here myself. I know apparently the movie was actually supposed to be made sooner than it was, but it was hung up with a lot of different legal things, Schwarzenegger's schedule.
Yeah, that's
so, like, it's
why
not wanting to do it.
The original,
because by this point he had really blown up, and I guess he kind of looked at Terminator at the time as like going backwards, and he was just like all about doing different things. Because if you notice, right after he did like the Conan, the Barbarian, and Destroyer, he did Terminator. Then he started to kind of transition into like different genres. He did the comedy, he did Twins, did Kindergarten Cop. I know in between he did like Predator and what was the other, The Running Man. But it just seemed like he was trying to transition away from Terminator. Because it is kind of weird looking back that it was so long in between. Because the first one was successful enough that you would have thought 2 or 3 years later they would have did a sequel, not almost 10.
Yeah, and you know, since we were just talking about Die Hard 2 a little while ago, James Cameron cast Robert Patrick because of seeing him in that movie.
Wow.
He had a couple parts, but he had one part in mainly where the SWAT team was going to try to hit an alternate location to try to get communications to the planes, and the SWAT team's going down, and they're like, "Hey, man, you can't just do that. What do we look like?" And he just turns around and goes, "A sitting duck," and starts firing. Now, one more. Do you know who the original choice to play Robert Patrick's character of T-1000 was?
I do not.
It was Billy Idol.
Billy fucking Idol.
A motorcycle accident prevented him from taking the role. The same motorcycle accident that didn't stop him from doing a quick cameo in the Doors movie.
Hey, worked out for the best.
He would have been a good one, though. Billy Idol's got the same kind of shape to his face, but it, might have been different. But yeah, that was his original choice, was Billy fucking Idol.
Billy Idol, can you believe?
Yeah, Billy fucking Idol. I like Billy Idol.
So what do you say, Box? You want to open up the lines real quick?
Do it. Let's go.
Okay, folks, we wrapped up Terminator Talk. Now, this is the part of the show where we talk about random shit, whatever you want to talk about. If you want to join in, give us a call, 469-206-4466. Again, that's 469-206-4466. You can Skype in THT Podcast, or you can continue to join along in the chat, mixler.com/THT Podcast.
There you go. Let's see. Everybody's putting facts in the chat room here. I'm trying to see if there's any that I can read that aren't too many words for me to read. Terminator 2 made extensive use of computer-generated imagery, CGI, to vivify the main two Terminators. The use of such technology was the most ambitious since the 1982 science fiction film Tron. Really?
Wow.
Tron was badass back then. I remember going to see Tron in the theaters. That movie was amazing when I was a kid. That was like, my God, it'll never get any better.
Okay, if you want to hear, here's a factoid for your ass.
Oh, shit.
Terminator 2 was the highest grossing film of 1991 in Schwarzenegger's career.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator 2 has since been ranked by several publications, such as the American Film Institute, as one of the greatest action films, science fiction films, and sequels of all time.
Well, I don't think we can deny that. I don't think we can.
Wow. The highest grossing movie he ever made. Wow.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me, man. Like I said, people were like chomping at the bit for this fucking movie, you know?
Yeah. And like you said, it's kind of bizarre if you really think about it, because you always hear about the sophomore jinx, or it's never going to be as good as the original, you know what I mean? But honestly, in every way possible. I mean, I've seen at least the first two. The third one was in. The last one, Genesis, I refuse to see. But the first one, It was good for its time, but it really, at least in my opinion, it doesn't hold up quite as well as the second one.
On the Terminators, or
yeah.
Well, the second one was the one nominated, so
yeah. So yeah, that proves my point.
Yeah, exactly. It was.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The first one is good, but it's just like it was just it was very. Looking back now, if you look at it now, it's very 80s. Whereas Terminator 2, even though it came out in the early 90s, it still feels like it can come out today and still fit in with the movies they putting out today in terms of special effects and action.
And James Cameron is in that movie. He's the biker in the bar at the beginning who's about to attack Arnold with a pool stick and then drops it. Wow. That is James Cameron. That is James Cameron right there. So
apparently Mr. Cameron is not afraid to get his hands dirty in his movies.
Well, to be on film. I mean,
hey, if you're the star, you got to put yourself over. If it's your movie, you got to put yourself over.
And as of 2014, when this was written, this was TriStar Films' highest grossing film also.
Yes.
So this was one of their biggest films too. I'm not sure if it still is, but as of 2014 it was, and I'm tired of reading trivia. Oh, my eyes are hurting already. I'm done. I'm done with trivia.
Done with Terminator. So that was Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Check it out. 2 thumbs way up.
Definitely check it out, man. Great. I mean, obviously one of the best movies, one of the best Terminators. I agree with Anthony. 1 and 2 are the best. I can't compare them to the other ones, but
yeah, it's like one of those. It's like, I don't know.
I'll get to it. I'll watch them eventually.
It's just like beating. You can't improve upon perfection. It's just like I don't know where you stand. Like where do you stand on Rocky? Do you think they kind of ran that series into the ground?
I wouldn't care if there were 5 more Rockies. I love them. I do, man. All of them. To me, they all have their own reason why they're good. But I love the fucking. I love all the Rockies.
And people shit on that last one, not the last one, but Rocky 5. But I actually enjoyed it,
dude. I've said before, Rocky 5 is one of the most quotable Rockies out there.
Tommy Gunn
is Tommy Gunn. Tommy Morrison. Rest in peace, Tommy Morrison. Yeah, that's one of the better Rockies. I think. In my opinion, that's one of the better ones.
I would actually agree with that because I actually enjoy that a lot more than some of the earlier ones. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that sacrilege. The original Rocky obviously is a classic, but I would say I would put Rocky 5 as a close second, in my opinion.
Yeah, Weebs agrees with me. Me and Weebs have definitely had this talk before. Rocky 5 is one of the most quotable Rocky movies out there. Think about all the I mean, I don't know. For some reason, that one just had a lot of little clip sound bites that you could pull from it. But especially the end. I mean, hey, you knocked him down. Why don't you try knocking me down? You know, and then, George Washington Duke's going, you don't fight him in the street, you fight him in the ring. And what does Rocky say? My ring's outside. I could probably quote that whole movie if you gave me a minute.
And did you like the little? I don't know whether that was a homage, whether it was like paying homage or just an out and out dig at Don King in that flick.
I think it was just a comparison. I mean, the hair wasn't as crazy, but yeah, it was definitely Don King. But, it's kind of like the movie Primary Colors where they say that that's not Bill Clinton, but John Travolta is clearly playing Bill Clinton. Have you ever seen that movie?
What was it?
Primary Colors.
I remember, yeah. Well, Travolta was in that, right?
Travolta, More Attorney. Yeah. Great fucking movie, dude. I love that movie. But I mean, no. But he's sitting there talking just like Clinton. So,
Wow.
yeah. There you go. Weebs brings up one from Rocky V where Tommy shows up outside and the guy goes, "Need any help?" And he goes, "Ain't no pie eating contest." Yeah, I'm down with all the Rocky movies. But yeah, 3 and 5 probably 2 of the most memorable. The other ones all have good. I have not seen Creed, but I have it. I just have not watched it.
I swear, like, we'll be old, dead, and buried, and they'll find a way to keep this shit going.
Well, rumor is they're trying to find a way to bring back Apollo.
Oh, you mean rise him up from the dead?
According,
but obviously, Carl Weathers is very much alive and well, but his character died in the third one.
4.
I'm sorry, 4. Yeah, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Dolph killed him. Drago.
Bastard.
If he dies, he dies.
Clever, yeah. Or they, like obviously they brought his kid back. Do you think they'll try to make a movie out of Clubber Lang's kid? Get Mr. T back in the fold?
My mother, Rocky.
Oh,
Rocky's my mama.
Come on, man. Hey, look, leave the man alone. He loves his mama. Every man should love their mama as much as Mr. T loved his mama.
I can't, dude. When you got to get Kane out there to stop a fucking Hall of Fame speech, you went way the fuck too long.
Yeah, and you gotta admit, WWE, they were pure savages when they put together that little. Remember that mock piece they put together?
Yeah,
I love my mom. He talked about. I swear, I loved it. You would have thought he. I mean, look, all due respect to the man, you would have thought he was giving his mother's eulogy. He talked about everything but his wrestling, his running wrestling. He talked about his mama. He talked about his childhood. I love my mama. By the way, did I mention I love my mama?
Did I mention I was in Rocky 3 with Hulk Hogan? That's kind of why I'm here. All right.
I honestly, I haven't looked back at it since it happened, but I'm like, damn, did he talk about wrestling at all? Did it come up once?
He didn't bring up wrestling. He didn't bring up anything. He brought up his mama. That was it. So, I don't know, man. What do you say? Want to wrap this motherfucker up?
Yeah, we can.
Let's go ahead and do it. Give me a second. I'll get everything going here in just a second here. And we will end this show. So, next week we're going to plan on Enemy of the State?
Yeah.
I'm down. That's a great movie. I'll watch that fucking movie. So, all right. Then let's do that. Let's get the hell out of here. And if you want to check us out on iTunes, just search out THT Movie Review. On Facebook, same thing. THT Movie Review, facebook.com/THT Movie Review. YouTube, you know what to search. And at Twitter. What?
At THT Movie Review on Twitter. Follow us.
How did you guess, man? I see a pattern going here. I do. I see a pattern. So on that note, Anthony, any last words to say before we exit?
Suck my left. No, I'm kidding, folks. No. We're out. We're going to see you next Friday. It's looking like Friday's going to be our new go-to night around this time, between 11 and 12 o'clock every Friday night. But yeah, we're going to end on that note.
There you go. We're going to end on Anthony's left dick. Everyone, y'all have a good weekend. Have a good week. Whatever. Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading. And we will see ya.
I'm afraid of Americans.